Forest type is a key distinguishing factor among forests. In this video, we will take a brief tour of some forest types of the United States and its territories. This brief tour will help you begin to notice visual differences that help distinguish forest types based on the tree species present. Western hemlock is the most common forest type in coastal Alaska, growing well in the humid climate with cool and cloudy conditions most of the year and annual rainfall exceeding 200 inches in some areas. Douglas fir forests can be found throughout the western United States. On the Pacific Northwest coast, Douglas fir is the most dominant tree species. Coast Douglas fir grows in wet coastal and inland areas from near sea level to above 5,000 feet. Ponderosa pine is the most widely distributed pine in North America, dominating forest communities in vast areas in the mountains and foothills of the West. Ponderosa pine is typically dominant on warm, dry sites with a short growing season and very low summer precipitation, growing in the transition zone between grassland and forest. Lodgepole pine is one of the most widely distributed tree species in western North America, growing from low to high elevations in areas with cold, wet winters and warm, dry summers. Lodgepole pine trees often grow tall without reaching large diameters and develop thin, narrow crowns. Native to the southeastern United States, longleaf pine forests are characteristically sparsely treed with an open, grassy understory. Longleaf pine grows in warm climates, characterized by hot summers and mild winters, and is found growing on all but the wettest sites across the southeast. From Virginia north to Maine, oak pine forests are abundant in the low and mid-elevation Appalachian Mountains and central Piedmont. These forests occupy habitats of dry rolling hills, high sunny slopes, and ridge tops, where red oak or a mixture of oak and white pine dominate the canopy. The oak hickory forest has the largest range of any deciduous forest ecosystem in eastern and central North America. This type typically occurs in gently rolling landscapes, forming a dense to moderately open canopy and an environment for a highly diverse herbaceous understory. The sugar maple beech yellow birch forest type is widespread throughout the northern United States from the Atlantic coast west to Minnesota. This forest type is often found on flat or rolling terrain, preferring a fairly high level of precipitation. These are closed canopy forests, providing little light to the understory. Native to the southeastern United States, bald cypress and pond cypress are large deciduous conifers. The range of bald cypress extends west into Texas and north into Illinois and Indiana. Generally growing less than 100 feet above sea level, cypress prefer very wet soils and grow in ponds, lake margins, riverbanks, and swamps. Pinon juniper woodland is the most common forest type in the American Southwest, covering over 100 million acres of hills, mountains, canyons, and ridges in 10 states. This low bushy forest type occurs in higher elevation deserts receiving 12 to 20 inches of precipitation annually. Chaparral is not a true forest, but a shrubland plant community found primarily in the U.S. state of California, characterized by dense thickets of woody evergreen shrubs. Chaparral is typically drought-resistant, growing in a climate characterized by mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers. Tropical rainforests in Hawaii are dominated by evergreen and semi-evergreen deciduous tree species that are adapted to the perpetually warm, wet climate. At some elevations, these forests receive over 200 inches of rainfall annually. Some, known as cloud forests, are high enough to regularly encounter low-level cloud cover. As this brief sampling of forest types illustrated, forests are tremendously diverse. The forests we see are in part the result of the adaptation of tree species to different combinations of soil, temperature, light, water, landform, and nutrients.